Hey everybody, happy Tuesday, happy start to the week. It is January 20th, 2026. Thank you, God, for another day of life. Thank you for breathing breath in our lungs. Thank you that we can see, hear, taste, touch, and smell all the basics that we take for granted. I'm here because of God, and the glory goes to Him. In Jesus' name. Let's get into it. Today was so. The market last week, was crazy. You had 800% moves. Today it was a little bit more choppy. The momentum really, it would hit for a second and go away. It wasn't, I would say, like the strongest market. I would give it just a medium. A scale from 1 to 10, probably like a 4 out of 10 in terms of like just strong momentum moves. We did have a few big movers, but they just became choppy. There wasn't that consistency of flow. Now, I want to review my trades with y'all today. Let's get into it. So, first trade lost $213. Crazy. Got in 3 times. Looks like I got in 3 times. Got in here. I was supposed to take all of it off the table here. So, my system here was a deep pullback. System, I would say yes. Strategy was deep pullback. My entry amount was big. My exit performance, good. I kept to the stop. So we had decreasing volume pullback here. Then we had a couple of these candles. These are what they call, these are dragonfly dojis, but at the bottom signifies a potential reversal. And my strategy here was deep pullback on decreasing volume. So I had 2 signal candles here. 2 signal candles. And I got in, could have exited here since it wasn't continuing. I was supposed to exit all here. I think this was like a technical error, but I actually added on. Crazy. Then just got swept here. This is the risk with deep pullbacks is if you're not waiting, if the signal isn't good enough and you get in impulsively, and I'm going to show you moves that happen later. On deep pullbacks like this, especially after a trend bar, there is a high risk. So you definitely need a few levels of support. So I had the 9 EMA here as support. I had a combination of dojis that I thought would work in my favor, but it went down instantly. I got swept here. $213 on one move is insane. Got in here, close to support, as you can see. So I'm close to support. My risk reward is really good. My risk reward is, look, if I got in here, do they have a risk reward? There we go. Ah, beautiful. So I get in. So I got in right here. My risk reward here was target 23%. Is that, oh, risk reward ratio was 6. I mean, come on. Like risk reward ratio was high. I like that. Support, yes. We had support, 21 EMA. Yes. We had candle signal. Yes. Didn't get a pattern really. VPA, yeah, we had validation. We had decreasing volume. Other changing for next time. The error that messed me up here was my hotkeys, so I already changed my hotkeys so that I will never make that mistake again. Now I have buy, sell. No, I have buy and then sell up top. Um, man, and just being more strict on my stops. Like if I'm already if I'm in a deep pullback, my stop's got to be tight. So the stop has to be very tight. Reason being, you're already in a deep pullback. Like you're already at the cusp of of the move, and if it goes down below the stop, it's gonna go down deep. As we can see here, it's gonna go try to find the other EMA. Stop has to be very tight because if it goes past my levels of support on high volume, it's most likely a breakout in the bullet in the bearish direction, which I do not want to be a part of as a long, because then I'm gonna get swept. So here, change my hotkeys, deep pullback, and as a momentum trader, if you're noticing a lot of resistance, get out. I need a I'm gonna I wanna at the same time journal. Um, so what I do good, what I need to change for next time. This is Tuesday, yeah. One percentage was 58%. Okay, so yeah, y'all get it, right? Learn from my mistake here. Tight stop on a deep pullback. Like I got out all the way here, I should have got out here. If you're doing a deep pullback strategy, especially like trying to predict, don't be the one to predict the reversal. That's a big lesson here. I'm going to get into that later, but don't be the one to predict a reversal. Instead, wait for a confirmation that the pullback failed at a level of support. What was good here? I'm using less money, so I'm managing my risk. So I'm using less money on riskier strategies, which is risk management. Good risk management. I like that. Yeah. So biggest change here is I would have gotten out at the stop, tight stop. Decreasing pullback was good, but should have gotten out right here um, as soon as I saw a lot of resistance. You can feel it get out of resistance. Next, made 144. So this was the stock that I had just traded. I lost money. I'm gonna be honest, this was a bit of a revenge trade. So what we've got here is we've got an entry right here. Where was the stop? The stop would have been very close, like right here. The stop would have been right here. Got in. That's a double bottom. So we've got a double bottom pattern. The system again is deep pullback. System. I don't really like that question. System is deep pullback. My risk reward. See my risk reward. Like if I got in here, put my stop right here, I would have had my reward at the top of that range. So it was 2.5. Yeah, we're good. My I don't like that question. Exit performance. I should have gotten out here. I mean, there's double long wick up. Do I have support? Yes, we've got support. We've got EMA, 21 EMA support. Candle, um, I don't know, two long tail dojis. I'll give it. They're expressing a double bottom. VPA, not really in our favor. I mean, we've got decreasing volume here, increasing volume. No, we've got increasing volume on the red candles. We don't like that. Um, you see, I would have avoided losing that 200. Like, this is the better trade. Why is this the better trade? It's a clear double bottom. And I'm not so close to a trend bar, a trend candle, which I like. Um, hmm. Maybe wait for the pullback to go two legs in the future. So what I would change for next time here is I would say seeing a double bottom pattern on the pullback, especially if it's the second leg of the pullback, expresses exhaustion and a better entry. I feel like double bottom is a more powerful entry signal. 144 bucks, I'll take it. What is this? Deep pullback? What was my initial risk? Dollars wise? Um, let's see. How much was I risking? If my stop is right here, what, 750? Oh, trying to calculate my initial risk. I mean, 750 times what? 3.7? Nah, something's not making sense here. I don't get this. Oh, My risk reward ratio was 2.58. Maybe I'll put the initial risk. Bear with me. All right, next. Oh, this was fantastic. These are our ideal setups. This is just a clean pullback. So we've got momentum up. We've got momentum. I got in. So we've got increasing, increasing. So we've got volume validated. Big momentum candle. We've got a breakout over this area, which is good. So that is a level of support. Clean breakout. So I know big money's here because we've got increasing volume. Big money, smart money's involved. So I was about to get in right here. I was about to. But then you remind yourself that that's what the rookies do. And I'm not a rookie, I'm a pro. I'm a vet. So you got to wait for the pullback. And this was a clean double bottom pullback. Like could have gotten in right here with support at the 9 EMA. But I got in at the first pullback. I didn't really wait. It went down. So I had a wide stop. This is my stop. Entry right here. Good. So what's good here is that I waited for a pullback. Waited for the pullback after the breakout. Didn't get in right at the breakout itself. I like that. I waited for the pullback. And then I got out a little bit. I got in twice, actually. I got in right here, and I got in right here with a stop entry. So I got in right here, got in right here. And then I took profits up here. Man, I could have taken more profits up there. I've noticed today I got a little bit greedy. I wasn't taking profits on high moves. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we know that this is an area of resistance. And to be honest, my stop is right here, my entry is right here. Like, this is where I should have taken more profits. This is really the importance, guys, of having your target laid out already. Because when you do, it removes greed. It really systemizes the process here. So, changing for next time, I'm going to you minimize greed and maximize system decisions by having our 2-to-1 and 3-to-1 risk reward uh, profit targets mapped out, aka map out my take profits before trade. That's really important because when I've got that in place, I'm systematically helping my trader's equation. So risk reward, and in these scenarios, especially when making new highs like this, I've got to increase my ante. I traded 1,600 shares here at, how much was each share? 3? How did I trade 1,600 shares? Oh, yeah. So, wait, what? Traded 1,600 shares at, what did I buy it at? At $3? Did I spend 4,800 here? Okay. Um. So what was good is in this case, I actually use more money on less risky strategies, which is a clean pullback after a breakout. This is breakout pullback. I was risking how much? What was my risk reward here? Um, this was a 3-to-1 risk reward. So let's say my risk reward was 2 actually. I took money right here. I did that. I could have let it go to 3 though. 2 and 3 is a good risk reward. The higher the risk reward, the more money I'd put in. Put in max money, just like change for less times and just like big lessons. I would say is max money if max money input, money traded. If the risk reward is really good, the risk reward is greater than 3, plus breakout pullback. Breakout pullbacks are really nice because we've got a lot of momentum. Deep pullbacks, the momentum may not be there. So that's the thing. It's like, okay, so do we invest big on deep pullbacks? Most of the time on deep pullbacks, we're not investing huge. Probably like lower amounts because reason being is it's a riskier strategy because it's not really getting in momentum actually. This is actually it's more of a swing trade. With it's more of a string trade with a tight stop because if it goes the other direction, it's probably a breakout, and it's more of a long term. Like we want it to get back, but it's gonna take longer to get up there. That's why I consider it more of a daily swing trade. All right. So lesson here is map out those profit targets. That's a huge one. I love that. All right. Um, so this was a breakout pullback with 3 risk reward. All right. So what happened here? Um, so this was not a system trade. This was not a system. This was actually impulse. This was an impulse trade. Very much so. What did I learn from here? So I try to get in. This was an impulse deep pullback. Deep pullback and impulse. I was trying to predict the reversal. So I got in here. My stop was right here. And let's see. If I got in right here, I mean I could have gotten probably maybe right there. So I had a risk reward ratio of 6.47. So that the risk reward ratio on deep pullbacks actually gets better. But we need more signals in order to get in. Like, I don't know, maybe I'll make a rule for deep pullbacks that I gotta wait for the double bottom. Or just such a clear hammer, you know? But I'm losing money. I mean, I actually made money, but I got in right here, got out right there, but it went down. Like this is a risky, dumb trade that it just kept going down. Like this was not system. This was a deep pullback impulse, and I made $9 for it. I got in, got out of break even. I'm trying to predict, bro. So what's happening here is I'm trying to be the first one to try to predict reversal on deep pullbacks. Don't be that guy. Must wait for A. So we have volume validating. B, volume validating. What I mean is decreasing volume. And I think here I had decreasing volume, right? I had decreasing volume, but I have a increasing long upper wick. Volume validating. And then the candles on the pullback must be forming long lower wicks, not upper wicks. And I would like to see a double bottom at an EMA plus VWAP. That's it. I didn't get any of that here, so I classify that as an impulse deep pullback. This is another great example. We've got deep pullback. There is no reason to be getting in here, and you lose. This is just like little. I'm writing this down. Stop trying to be the first one to predict a reversal. Must wait for double bottom plus clear support at EMA. I mean, this is good. I had my tight stop here, but no, I don't like this at all. This was a deep pullback impulse. No signal. I think I want to do deep pullback. Oh no. Deep pullback. Nah. Deep pullback plus no signal. Bruv. Deep pullback, no signal. Impulse. That's how we lose $11. How do we lose $16? Again, deep pullback, no signal. We've got a deep pullback. I get in for absolutely no reason, trying to predict the breakout. Deep pullback. No, hold on. What? Why is this not saving? Deep pullback, no signal. I wonder if it's saving these new tags that I'm making. Yeah, deep pullback, no signal. Another seg. So, all right, guys. So this one was interesting. These are one of those times where. So let's see what happened here. Volume. This thing broke out, and I got the notification. I was like, you know what? There's so much momentum on this. Forget it. I'm gonna go in. I just threw in my lowest amount. Put the stop right here. And I was like, let's see where this goes. As soon as it got um as soon as it got any type of resistance, I was out. But this is a tight stop move. So you can get in on random breakouts with no high, no when there's no previous highs. So it's okay to the lesson here, it's okay to throw in just the smallest amount of money when there is a random breakout on volume and momentum. But we can't have, it's got to be, but we got to be making new highs. The reason this worked was because there was no new high, there was no previous highs of resistance that could have messed this up. There was like nothing here, right? That wasn't there. So I was like, all right, let's mess around with that. It halted on the halt. Oh, and a good thing here is that I got distracted during the halt, wanted to go trade other things. During a halt, stay locked in on the trade. This is just a good lesson here is that when you're in a trade, especially as a momentum trader, don't don't go around and look at other things because instantly it could reverse on you. So when we are in a trade, stay laser focused on the trade until full exit. The only trades that we can be passive in are swing trades from deep pullbacks with a set stop loss. But in that case, the signals gotta be so good. Because the point of momentum trading is to be active and to, you're feeling the momentum in the market, whether it's going up or down. And, it's another strategy, but so good here. I got in a breakout, threw a little bit of money, had a tight stop. I'm curious what the risk reward here was. Um, nah, my risk reward here sucked. 0.93, guys, not even one. This was I'm gonna add this was a breakout. Um yeah, minus 14. Haha, this is great. This is another one of those examples. So I have decreasing volume on the way up. It's a huge red flag. Let's talk about that. And then we've got decreasing volume on the way down. I try to be the one to predict. Again, I got in right here. I don't think I didn't even wait for this to come down here. I got in literally, this was impulsive, ridiculous. Just so many things stacked against me. We've got bear trend candles, trading against the trend. Yeah, no, this sucked. So this was a deep pullback, no signal again, and impulse. Deep pullback, impulse. These are the ones that are gonna tear my account apart because, and we've got trend candles, man. Just we've got man, okay, on deep pullbacks again, just look, I got to look at the 5 minute objectively. Like the move up was on decreasing volume. Watch out for red flags. A, these are trend bear candles. B, the bullish legs up are on decreasing volume. 3, no signal candles to confirm a level of support. I'm not going to take the trade. Don't take the trade if there isn't a clear level of support. Great. I don't know what I was thinking. There was just, oh man. And we were below 9, 21, and 50 EMA. No level of support. All right, guys. Made 43 bucks on this. So we had the pullback. This is an anomaly. So what do we have here? I'm going to change this. anomaly on the pullback. We had huge red candle, but with very little volume. When you do volume price analysis, this would be presented as an anomaly. We have such a large trend candle on very low volume. That means smart money isn't in this move, probably retail traders that got really scared. But smart money was involved in these moves up. So up until this level, I mean, look, it came down to where smart money was buying. They bought here, right? So if they bought here, they're going to hold down that line, which they did. Smart money came here, bought here. So I got in as soon as it was going up. Um, if I had mapped out my risk reward, I think I would have probably made more money here. This was one of those. So so what was 3? Wow, exactly 3. So I got in on a breakout. This was a breakout pullback. This was a good calculated trade. I just didn't put my risk reward in, and I suffered for it. I probably could have had more take profit on the way up. So again, put in the risk reward here. Made $50. I got in here again. No new highs. This was on a stop. I noticed I had gotten down all the way here and then went up. So I got in there. Risk reward here is it's at the low of that. So in order for this to have been a 3-to-1 or at least a 2-to-1, I mean, you knew that 5 was 1.56. Risk reward was mid, especially knowing that we're close to 5. Could have done better here. This was honestly this was a breakout pullback. Minus 66 cents. Oh man, I got lucky here. It went up here. I don't even know what happened here, to be honest. This was impulsive though. This was a breakout. It was breaking out. But look at all this. Come on. I know better. I know much better than to trade that. That was impulsive. Next, again, impulsive. Not good. I have all this. I'm not. This was just a random breakout. Impulsive. This was a breakout and it was impulsive. So yeah, guys, biggest lessons today. Um, don't be the one to predict the reversal. Instead, wait for confirmation that the pullback has failed at a clear level of support. Get out earlier when resistance is high in momentum. You'll be feeling it. Um, get out when resistance is high. Seeing a double bottom pattern on the pullback, especially if it's the second leg of the pullback, shows exhaustion. Minimize greed and maximize system decision making by having your risk rewards profits mapped out. So you're not really guessing where to take profit. You do it consistently and on a system basis. And if you want to leave a little bit, sure, leave a little bit, but that's only when you know that you're getting confirmation. And yeah, stop trying to be the first one to predict a reversal. We've got to wait for the volume to clear up and just clear candles at a level of EMA or VWAP. All right, guys. Thanks for joining. Hope y'all learned something new today. Go crush it.